think young Nicholas is going to hand me the golden envelope. Thank you. Well done. Very formal. It's a bit like the Oscars here. So, this year's 2024 Western Sydney Leadership Dialogue Project of the Year goes to Moorebank Intermodal Precinct. Please thank James Balderstone. He's going to say a few words.
Well, thank you, Premier. It's my absolute pleasure to accept this award on behalf of our development partners, ESR and Cube, and also some of our tenants who are in the room tonight. We've got a Woolworths table over there, so thank you very much for having such a fantastic facility down at Moorebank, and Sydney Tools as well, who are on our table. It's great to have some guys through there. There are a number of people actually also that I would like to thank in the room as well. Christopher Brown was one of our founding directors. Kerry Schott was our founding chair. Nothing great happens without vision and energy, and I'd like to thank them both for having that in spades as part of Moorebank's success that goes through there. Please a round of applause for Christopher and Kerry that goes through there. Since that great ABC show, Utopia, introduced to the world nation building, it has taken on a special and often somewhat derided meaning. But previous governments and those engaged by them did build our nation. Every dam, every port, power station, highway and intermodal terminal has been built by government. That said, some days I do feel a bit like Rob Stitch, and there's actually an entire episode of Utopia dedicated to intermodals, but when you look at Moorebank in its near final form, it's a classic example of what nation building can actually deliver. And often we just focus on the numbers, and for Moorebank, these numbers are incredibly impressive. In its sheer scale, 250 acres, or hectares, I'm an old farm boy, it's the size of the Sydney CBD, from the quay to Town Hall as it goes through there. Over $4 billion have been invested to date, and that's likely to double over the next 4 to 5 years as the warehouses get fully built out going through there. There are 2 terminals there that have the ability to handle upwards of 12 million tonnes of consumers' products every year. It has modern, efficient, co-located warehouses that will lower logistics costs and ensure that with these open access terminals that the value being created by these investments will flow into the pockets of our consumers. And as far as sustainability goes, we have rehabilitated and protected over 100 hectares of native vegetation that surrounds the park. And an unknown fact is actually Australia's biggest rooftop solar installation, at the moment some 60 megawatts, and that'll double in the next 5 years. And to give a bit of a view of what that means, that's enough energy to power 50,000 homes in Western Sydney. But for the community of Western Sydney, it provides so much more. $10 billion of economic benefit across the supply chain feeds directly into the economy here. The lowering of road congestion takes over 1 million trucks off the road every year, and the creation of 10,000 jobs, both within Moorebank and the surrounding area and the industries that will grow up around Moorebank. Moorebank's a great demonstration of what can happen when government and industry work together and deliver an asset that will keep delivering for generations to come. Thank you, Premier. Thank you, Christopher.